Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility. We are starting out on the 10th day of spring, which is going to be our flower festival. I went to bed quite late, but as you can see I've woken up with full stamina. So we'll start out with the usual here. It looks like we can harvest our potatoes, which is going to be great. We can make some decent profit, hopefully. We'll ship those. We got a bunch of varying qualities. Some decent, some good. And we were fortunate enough to also get a perfect turnip. So we'll just go ahead and water our turnips. It might also be worth me going back inside the house just to grab my potato seeds to replant those. Since it did take a couple of days for those to grow, we want to make sure we plant as much as possible to maximize our profits this season. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I'll grab the seeds out of here, and I will also put my iron ore away. I believe the festival doesn't start until about 9 o'clock or so. We have some time to kill here, so we might as well just go ahead and do all of this stuff. On festivals, of course, all of the businesses in town are going to be closed, even if they wouldn't normally be closed. So this is a good day to go to the festival and then get anything else done that you might need to do with the extra time that you'll have. I'm going to quickly go up to the mine district and see if there's anything I can forage for before heading into town. Now that we have our nice little shortcut, I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of it. So if we talk to Bo, he's just going to tell us about his feelings after cutting down the tree root. The Harvest Goddess must know how he feels inside. Normally, I think on a day of a festival, if you talk to them, they'll talk about the festival. But not all the time. I think usually, generally, if they plan on going or if they're at the festival, they might talk about it. Doesn't look like Bo had anything really interesting to say. And right now I don't have the stamina required to chop down a tree or to destroy a boulder, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're not going to be doing a lot of profit making or work in this video. We're mostly just going to be socializing and going to the festival and whatnot. I should talk to Dale too. I just saw him and see what he has to say. I'm still not sure if it was a good idea to cut the root of the mother tree. Of course, I don't blame Luke. He did what he thought was best. But what if the Harvest Goddess punishes him? I'm ready to take the blame for him. Ah, they are good, Dad. I don't think we have to worry about that. From what I've seen in my dreams, even if she wanted to smite you, she wouldn't be able to. She's a little bit tired right now, I think. So we'll just take a stroll through here. Aw, kitty. There's a lot of different cats on the island. I think there's about 3 or 4 different cats. We talked to the turtle. There's also a couple of different dogs as well. I'm not really seeing anybody out and about to talk to at the moment. Maybe there's some people at the festival though. Oh, there's Jin. He doesn't seem to be at the clinic a lot for a doctor. I usually see him around his house in this area. But maybe people just aren't sick. He doesn't have a lot of patients to treat. It's not like we have a huge town full of people. So you can see here, they've decorated nicely for the festival. And if you enter any time after 10 in the morning, you'll get an introduction to this character. if you enter in between 9 and 9:50, Hamilton will do the introduction for the festival. Hey, you over there. Me? You talking to me? Yes, you. Buy me a lily. Now, even though it says buy, this doesn't actually cost you anything. So if you do want to buy or something, don't worry about the cost. It's free. And it will make her happy. Thank you. I love this flower. You're so kind. I'm Selena. I am from Toucan Island. I'll be staying here for a while. Obviously, because the boat can't take her back, so she's another new character for us to talk to. She's a little bit standoffish. She's not very friendly. You can usually find her around the area where Jin hangs out or at the inn if you want to find her, or you can just track her using your people tracker. So we'll go ahead and just talk to everybody here at the festival. And most people are just going to sort of tell us what flowers they like best. And if you talk to Gil anytime after 10 a.m., you can play a game with him. Now, you need the nunchuck for this, and I don't have the nunchuck. I am playing with the classical controller, so we're going to skip on the minigame for now, but we will definitely come back next year probably and play most of our minigames. I honestly don't know where my nunchuck is at the moment, embarrassingly enough, so we're not going to be able to play a game with him at the moment. But this is a pretty nice turnout. I mean, they went all out with the decorating. It looks beautiful. It looks really nice. Different people will come at different times of the day. As you can see now, Irene has just showed up. And you'll see different people popping in and out periodically as the day goes on. And we have Anessa and Ruth selling stuff at the festival today. So if you talk to Anessa, she is going to sell you flower seeds. And it's really nice actually, because if you want to buy some seeds for summer to have those in stock for when the season comes up, you can actually buy them here and you can plant them next season. We still have a lot of time in spring, so if you wanted to plant some flowers, you could do that. You can also buy a couple of flowers here and some perfume. For example, Hamilton was talking about how he likes moondrop flowers, so you could always buy this and give it to him. You know, Selena was saying that she likes roses and tulips, and Anessa and Gil like lavender. So this is actually a really good opportunity just to buy a nice gift for someone if you have the expendable income and that's something that you want to do. I'm not really too interested in that though. None of this stuff is really necessary, but what I do want to buy actually is probably 2 bags of this happy fertilizer, because at the moment we're not able to buy fertilizer from Souffle Farm, and this is a smoking deal. 1 bag is going to keep our soil fertile for 3 seasons in total. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 bags of that. Thank you very much. And then if we go ahead and we speak to Ruth, she will also sell us a few different things. Her store is a little bit different, where Anessa was selling flowers. She's going to sell herb seeds and herbs. To me, to be completely honest, this is pointless because we can forage herbs all year round from various locations on Waffle Island. We can find the yellow and the green herbs around town and at the Praline Forest, and later on we're going to be able to find blue, purple, and red herbs over by Brownie Ranch when we gain access to that. So I personally don't see the point of these, but again, this is just an option for you if you want to grow something different or you want to fill up your field or whatever the case may be. And as the years go by and we get more people moving in, we will see more vendors at different stores. I'm not too sure by memory if later on in the game there will be more vendors at this festival in particular, but as you can see right now, it's a little bit barren just because the boat is stuck and a lot of people aren't able to come back to the island. So the first year is probably going to be a little bit barren in terms of festivals, but hopefully as we make our way through the story, it's going to improve. And that's pretty much all that there is for the festival today. It was mainly the fertilizer that I was really excited about getting my hands on. And I had really wanted to buy a calendar so that I would remember when the festivals were coming up, but when we played yesterday, it was a Monday, and the general store is closed on Mondays, which is actually where you get the calendar from. So that's probably going to be a nice, cheap, easy purchase that I'm going to make in the next couple of days, is a calendar for my house, which is going to show us all of the festivals and all of those different kinds of things, which is obviously very, very helpful. I think it only costs like $140 or something like that, so it's really not a huge cost. Ooh, look at this. There's a present just lying here on the beach. Somebody left this present here. Ooh, shiny stone. It's a lapis lazuli. There's a note in the box. At the east corner of Maple Lake District, hiding quietly behind a tree. So this is sort of a little bit of a treasure hunt, in fact. Some mysterious person is leaving behind all of these boxes for us to find, and we can go and hunt those down. And you can do whatever it is that you want with that stone. You can sell it or keep it. But I would actually recommend keeping that, just because that is going to be used as a story item later on. Believe it or not. Let's just go ahead and go back to the farm. So most likely what I'll do is I'll wait for the turnips to come in, and I'll probably clear a couple of more weeds around this area to make room for some more soil, and then I will be using that fertilizer. I do believe that fertilizer has to be used on tilled soil that has no crops on it in order for the soil quality to improve. I don't think fertilizer can be used when you're actually already growing crops. And I actually do want some crops to grow faster in bad soil. Turnips, for example, actually grow better when they're in poor quality soil. So I'm probably going to plan it the best that I can to make sure I have a couple of rows of not so good soil and a couple of rows of really good soil, so that I can get the most out of my crops. So it's going to be an early day for me today. I'm just going to go straight to bed, I think. I'm going to store this stuff. I'm actually going to take the ore out of my inventory too, before I forget, so that I can take these to Myra tomorrow. She should be open, and I can get these refined, and then I can always pop them back in my box until I want to use them again, just to shrink the amount of space that I'm using in my storage container. So once again, I don't think there's really going to be much going on in the next little while. So I'll probably play a couple of days on my own and then bring you guys back when I'm ready for another update. Hope you guys have enjoyed our first festival. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.